Hi everyone, I'm Sherlica Safracia from School of Business and Management, Bandung Institute of Technologi. Today I'll present my research with the title The Influence of Customer Experience on Customer Loyalty with Customer Satisfaction as the Intervening Variable in Tang, Indonesia. Here's the outline of my presentation, which consists of 5 sections. Business is an activity that carried out by company intending to make a profit. This business in Indonesia has a variety of sectors. One of those is food and beverage business. The food and beverage business is one of the creative business sector that continues to grow because of the basic need factor. In Indonesia, one of the food and beverage business that has recently become quite popular is Tang. Tang is a beverage industry in the form of boba milk tea originating from Taiwan. This happened because Tang has the perfect taste of the sweetness of the boba and the presence of the milk. Moreover, Tang also offers a creative and innovative way to its customer by providing a new experience while enjoying a boba. The positive experience that Tang built is starting from creating a strong emotional bond by the presence of happy claw machines and merchandise for the first 100 buyers in every grand launching of Tang Indonesia store. Not only that, Tang also provides a live featuring concept to display the production process. This experience that cannot find in the similar competitors, thus they hope this experience can make customers satisfied and loyal to Tang Indonesia. However, according to Vancelia Reteja as a managing director in Tang Indonesia, there are still many customer complaints regarding the speed of serving drinks, which according to Bati 2019, that customer that didn't satisfied with that experience and have potential to decrease customer loyalty. And this also supported with the statement that they have never done any research regarding the customer experience, customer satisfaction, and customer loyalty. Based on that, the researchers' interest to conduct this research with the hope this research can be used as a reference or input for the marketing strategies and customer experience development in Tang Indonesia. Then the second consideration is regarding the finding which shows that customer satisfaction could be an intervening variable, and this is in accordance with UMAR 2018 because customer satisfaction is considered as a main determinant on customer loyalty. So it is hoped this research can be used as to increase knowledge and reference for the similar future research. Based on the problem that has been explained, thus the researchers want to analyze whether the customer experience in Tang Indonesia could create customer satisfaction, so it affects customer loyalty. Based on the background that I've been conveyed, here are the research question and research objectives for this research. This research is conducted for all Tang Indonesia customers that have bought directly at least 2 times in the big cities at their productive age. Thus, the sampling method that researchers use is non-probability sampling with a purposive sampling procedure. There are 3 variables that I use in the research. First, customer experience, according to Lamke et al. 2011, is a subjective customer response to the company after having a relationship or interaction. Then customer satisfaction, according to Suchanek et al. 2014, is a comparison between expected performance with the perceived performance of product and services. While customer loyalty, according to Aziz 2016, is the willingness to continue subscribing a company in the long term by repeatedly buying and recommending company products to others. Based on the theoretical foundation and previous research that I use in this research, here are the hypotheses that I use. The conceptual framework in this research are used 3 variables. The variables measured in this research are customer experience as an independent variable, customer satisfaction as independent variable, and customer loyalty as dependent variable. The objective of this research is to determine the relationship between variables in a population. So this suitable approach for this research is quantitative approach, while the type of approach that researchers use is quantitative descriptive analysis with an explanatory research using a survey method. The data collection method in this research is only using primary data by distributing a questionnaire. Below is the method that researchers use to analyze the data. First, before the researchers distribute a questionnaire to large sample size, researchers conduct a validity and reliability test. After that, researchers conduct a descriptive analysis, then perform a classical function test, and the last is hypothesis testing using path analysis, t-test, and n-square test. The data in this research is derived from 233 Indonesia customers. Below are the results from the analysis, starting from the result of the characteristic of the respondent. Based on the characteristic of the respondent from the gender, the majority of the respondent is female. Then the majority of the respondent age is in the 18 until 21 years old. And this is in accordance with the majority of respondent occupation, which is college student. Next, most of Institut Indonesia customers are domiciled in the outside of big cities where Institut Indonesia open their outlets. Even though like that, the majority of the respondents make a purchase of Institut Indonesia is in DKI Jakarta area. Then, most of Institut Indonesia customers receive income within the range of 0 until 500,000 rupiah. And for the number of purchase in Institut Indonesia, half of the respondents already bought Institut more than 4 times. So it can be indicate that the respondent that answer this research can represent the real condition of Institut Indonesia store. After that, for the reliability and validity, the researchers use validity test using a present product moment, while the reliability test using from batch alpha. Based on the validity and reliability test result, it showed that all of the variables are valid and reliable. Thus, all of the questions in each variable can be used in the questionnaire. Then, because the analytical method in this research is using path analysis, so this method requires to perform a classical assumption test to get a best result. The classical assumption test in this research is use normality, hetero, and linearity test. First, according to the normality test result, it showed that the asymptotic significant value for customer experience toward customer satisfaction and customer experience and customer satisfaction toward customer loyalty is higher than the alpha 5%. So it can indicate that the data that is in this research are normal. Then for the heteroscedasticity test result, it showed that the significant value for both regression model is also higher than alpha 5%. So it can indicate that the regression model that used in this research is free from the heteroscedasticity. Last, based on the linearity test result, it showed that all of the regression model that is in this research is also higher than the alpha 5%. So it can indicate that the regression model that is in this research have a linearity relationship between independent variable towards dependent variable. Then besides the researchers use descriptive analysis to describing a demographic data of the respondent, the researchers also use this analysis for descriptive statistical analysis. According to the questionnaire result, it showed that generally the respondent agree with the statement of each variable since the mean value is higher than the 3. Furthermore, for the standard deviation value is also less than the mean value, so it can indicate that the questionnaire result in this research is normal and not biased. Then to test the hypothesis, the researchers use path analysis, t-test, and R-square test. Based on the path analysis result, it showed that the direct effect value is higher than the indirect effect value. So it can indicate that the fourth hypothesis is rejected. Then, to test the first until the third hypothesis, the researchers use t-test and R-square test. According to the t-test result, it showed that all of the regression model have the significant value is higher than the probability 5%. So it can indicate that all of the regression model have a significant effect on the dependent variable partially. Then the researchers not only finish at this stage, the researchers also want to determine how the independent variable influence the dependent variable. Therefore, the researchers conduct R-square test. According to the R-square test result, it showed that the influence of customer experience toward customer satisfaction is higher than the 50%, while the remaining regression is less than 50%. So it shows that there are other contributions that affecting the customer loyalty that not explained by the independent variable in this research. Based on the finding, thus the answer for the first question in this research is yes, the customer experience has a significant influence on customer loyalty in Institut Indonesia. This answer is also similar for the second research question, which is yes, there is a significant influence of customer experience toward customer satisfaction in Institut Indonesia. And while the third research question, even though customer satisfaction has a significant influence on customer loyalty, but customer satisfaction is not only the one factor that can form customer loyalty. Based on that finding, there are several recommendations for Singapore Indonesia. First, regarding the customer experience that Tang has been provided to the customer must be improved and maintained in order to keep getting the satisfied and loyal customer. Then the second is the customer Singapore Indonesia must pay attention and analyze again the other factors that can form customer loyalty. Last, there are several limitations and recommendations for the future research. First, regarding the variables that used in this research are very limited. Thus, in the future research can add other variables related to the customer experience or customer loyalty issues. Then the second recommendation is regarding the distribution of the questionnaire is very limited to the customer that have both in the big cities, while the Singapore Indonesia store has recently spread to the several regions. Thus, in the future research, the area to collect data from the respondent could be expanded. And the last is regarding the data analysis method in this research is only use path analysis. For the future research, they can, after they adding other variable, they can use another data analysis method that could analyze whole variable such as sample as analysis. That's all of my presentation and thank you.